To clean the FCS2 chamber components and relubricate, you will need cotton swabs, Krytox 206 GPL grease, an 050 Allen driver, solvents such as acetone or alcohol, and lint-free wipes. First, remove the electrical connector and the white top from the chamber. Flip the base of the chamber over to locate the 8 screws around the chamber. Using an 050 Allen driver, rotate counterclockwise to remove these screws. Take note, with the epoxy at 12 o'clock, the screws located at 2 and 8 o'clock are the longer 172-inch Allen screws. It is important to install these screws back at this location when reassembling, otherwise the white top will not lock into the base assembly. After the 8 screws are removed, the dovetail can now be released from the chamber base. If there is spilled media or dried media, this may take a little force to remove. The 4-paw ring and knurled ring assembly can now be removed from the base. Using your fingers, hold the central area of the 4-paw ring, then rotate the knurled ring off, clockwise or counterclockwise. The threads we are looking to clean first of any large particulates or grease would be this area on the knurled ring, and this area on the 4-paw ring. Take a lint-free wiper and wipe over the threads, as this will remove the grease or larger contaminants. Same procedure for the knurled ring. If the grease is old or gummy, you can take a chemical such as acetone or alcohol with a cotton swab or a wiper and wipe until the threads are clean. If the threads are not cleaning easily, you can submerge the 4-paw ring and knurled ring into an ultrasound. After ultrasonic cleaning has completed, it is suggested to go back over with a cotton swab, lint-free wiper, or fine plastic brush to make sure all grease and debris is removed. Make sure to wipe and dry both components before starting reassembly. Apply a thin layer of Krytox to the threads of the 4-paw ring and the knurled ring. We use a syringe for this application, but it is not required. You can put Krytox on a cotton swab or a wooden applicator for transferring. To help contain Krytox, it is suggested to use gloves, as the grease travels quickly from the 4-paw and knurled ring to your hands during these next few steps. Now assemble the 4-paw ring and knurled ring back together. Make sure to run the assembly completely through all the threads to distribute the Krytox lubricant. Take the assembly and align the 4-paw ring through the base chamber openings. Please check the 4-pin connector on the base to see if any spilled media or corrosion is present. The connector's 4 pins should be golden color and clean. If the connector has tarnish or is green, then cleaning will be required. Bioptechs suggests using jewelry cleaner dripped into the 4-pin connector and letting sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Next, you can use a fine Q-tip, small wooden dowel, or pick to lightly agitate any corrosion. Flush with water, then alcohol, and finally air blow dry. If corrosion is still inside the connector after cleaning with jewelry cleaner, please ultrasonic clean the base separately from the 4-paw or knurled ring. Make sure the connector and chamber base is fully dry before continuing with assembly. Do not use chamber if connector contains any moisture. Install the dovetail onto the base, first making sure to align the cutout at 12 o'clock with the epoxy in the chamber base. Install the screws in the same orientation as removed. Again, take note of the longer 172 screws located at 2 and 8 o'clock. When installing the screws, leave them slightly loose, as this helps all the screws start into the threads properly. You should tighten the screws down fully once all screws are started into the base of the chamber. Hand tighten using the 050 Allen driver, but please do not over tighten or strip screws. Bioptechs suggests a star pattern for final tightening. Congratulations, you have disassembled, cleaned, re-greased, and assembled your chamber. The chamber is ready for the lab.